So, Josh, do you have any top books or websites that you recommend for your listeners?
I've got a lot of books, and I'll look down every now and then uh, to see my list just as a reminder. So forgive me if I'm not always looking right into the screen. So the first book is the China Study. I've mentioned about it by T. Colin Campbell. It's referred to as the Rolls Royce of epidemiological, that wasn't right, but studies about the relationship of food to health. And it's a fabulous book. It's a dense book, but exceptional in terms of information. Uh, the second book that I want to mention is Prevent and Reverse Heart Disease by uh, Caldwell Esselstyn. Uh, Easy read, big, not big type, but just not tiny type. Now it's 150 pages of reading, actually 125, and it includes 150 recipes. There is the China Study Cookbook. There, uh, there isn't much else I could say except that following what is recommended in the China Study of plant-based whole foods, they have some really good recipes. There is also Prevent and Reverse Heart Disease Cookbook. There is the Forks Over Knives, which I've referred to as an excellent documentary. There is the Forks Over Knives Cookbook by Chef Del Sroufe, Sroufe. He has two books. The second book is got 300 recipes. It's in color, full color, um, and recipes from around the world. There's also Forks Over Knives Plan, which is by the doctors Pulday and Letterman. They are husband and wife, and they're in the documentary. And they really did an excellent job of breaking down how you can transition from a standard American diet to a much more plant-based diet. There's a fabulous book called The Starch Solution by Dr. John McDougall, which argues for the value of starchy foods. And you will hear so many things against starchy foods. The thing is that the civilizations that have outlasted all of the other civilizations throughout history um, have survived because a good portion of their diet is based on starch-based foods for energy and health. So corn in certain countries, potatoes in another, and rice in another. Um, there is also Power Food for the Brain by Dr. Neil Barnard. Their website, Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. They have practically a hospital-sized clinic down in Washington. And I bought that book. My mother she was in the early stages of Alzheimer's, and I got that book for her and her boyfriend. And it says to stay away from foods that have metals in it, and such things as liver have a lot of metals that do damage to the neurons. And what did she order that day? Liver. So I realized that the disease went further than I expected, and it was not a battle that I wanted to have with her. There's some really great websites. There's Plant Pure Nation that has an assortment of websites you should check out, and there's a documentary called that Plant Pure Nation. And I mentioned earlier Forks Over Knives. And there are a lot of websites called Forks Over Knives. There'll be recipes that you can get. Um, just type in Forks Over Knives in Google, and you'll see that you have a big choice. There's any diseases, you type in the word John McDougall, McDougall, and you will find, actually, you type in any type of food, add the word vegan, and you will find recipes, vegan versions. John McDougall has great videos about different types of diseases, and it's free. There's also Nutrition Facts by Dr. Michael Greger, nutritionfacts.org, that also has a lot of great videos about many, many topics around food and health. There's also, and these are sites that cost money to belong. Dr. Joel Furman and Dr. Pam Popper, her organization is called the Wellness Forum.